In a forgotten corner of rural America, surrounded by dry fields, rusted trailers, and silence, there lived a boy named Eli Carter. He was born into poverty, a life where every dollar mattered and every meal felt like a miracle. His father was a gas station janitor, his mother bedridden with illness. Her hands too weak to hold a spoon, but strong enough to hold his dreams. There were no birthday cakes, no Netflix, just silence, struggle, and survival. Eli didn't own a pair of shoes until he was 9. He walked 3 miles to school every morning, carrying a torn backpack filled with hope. Other kids had iPads. He had a pencil held together with tape. But what he lacked in wealth, he made up for in something far greater. Hunger. Not for food, but for purpose. One bitter winter, their heater broke. They had no money to fix it. Eli and his mother slept under 4 blankets, breathing into their hands just to stay warm. But that same night, by candlelight, he scribbled into a tattered notebook, "I will change everything." And from that moment, he started believing what the world never did. He wasn't born lucky, but he was born ready. At 12, he started collecting cans and newspapers. He made a few dollars a week and saved every penny in a jar beneath his bed. Not for toys, not for snacks, but for books. Because Eli knew if the world gave him no path, he would build one, brick by brick. At 18, with a duffel bag, a train ticket, and just $42 in his pocket, Eli left for the city. No friends, no safety net, only one promise to himself: don't come back until you make it. His first job? Washing dishes at a roadside diner. 6 p.m. to 3 a.m. shifts. Then, he'd nap 2 hours in a library corner before heading to community college. Eli ran on caffeine and ambition. He failed 2 classes in his first semester. His landlord kicked him out for late rent. Some nights, he ate crackers for dinner. But he never complained. Why? Because suffering wasn't new to him. Giving up was. One rainy night, soaking wet at a bus stop, shivering, hungry, hopeless, he whispered to himself, "I didn't come this far to stop now." That same night, he scribbled a wild idea, a platform to connect low-income students with local booksellers. He named it PageBridge. He didn't know coding, didn't know marketing, but he had Google, and he had grit. He learned at 2 a.m., worked till dawn, built the first version on a secondhand laptop borrowed from a classmate. First month, 11 users. 6 months later, over 4,000. Every dollar he made went back into the platform. He still wore the same shoes, still slept 4 hours, still pushed forward. Because he wasn't chasing money, he was chasing meaning. Then came his first investor offer, $20,000 for 40% of the company. He turned it down. People called him stupid. But Eli said, if you sell your dream too early, you may never know what it was truly worth. By 24, PageBridge had over 200,000 users. Eli's story hit the news, then national media. He spoke at conferences, shared at TEDx stages. But through it all, he remained the same kid who once walked barefoot on gravel. He moved his mother into the finest care facility. He transformed their old trailer into a free community learning center. And he built scholarships for students who had nothing except potential. When asked, what was the turning point, Eli simply said, there wasn't one. It was just years of quiet war, fought in silence, with no applause, and no backup. Today, Eli Carter is a millionaire, not because he was lucky, but because he was relentless. He didn't wait for opportunity. He created it. He didn't avoid struggle. He used it. And he never forgot where he came from. He built a bridge back to it. So if you're watching this right now, sitting in a broken place, thinking life cheated you, remember this. The world owes you nothing, but you owe yourself everything. Start now. Start messy. Start scared. But start. Because someone like Eli started with less and still made it. So if this story lit a fire in your chest, if it reminded you that your pain has a purpose, that struggle isn't the end, it's the beginning, then don't let this moment pass. Hit subscribe, turn on the bell icon, and join a growing community that believes in grit, growth, and greatness. Every day, we share real stories like Eli's, stories that awaken the fighter in you, stories that prove ordinary people can build extraordinary lives. You're not alone in this journey. This is your tribe. This is your time. So hit that subscribe button and let's build greatness together.